Hello students, we will continue with our discussion on stratification. So we started off with stratification, and in the previous session we talked about what you mean by stratification and what are the different steps which are involved in the process of stratification, right? So we started off with differences, and I've told you differences can be natural or social, and when some values are attached to these differences, the differences will create inequalities. And we have concluded by saying that differences could be natural or social, but inequalities are always social because certain values are attached to the differences. That leads to some preferability, rejection, so inequality will be created, like desirability, undesirability. Okay, so and after that, when a sociologist is supposed to study inequality, it is not possible that he can study each and every instances of inequality. Rather, what he will do, he will try to identify the patterns of inequality, and he'll try to study the patterns of inequality, and the patterns of inequality is what you call as stratification. Okay, so we have started off with differences. It could be social or natural, then values are attached to the differences, then it will result into inequality. Now this inequality, if it is patterned, then it will become social stratification. So this is what we have actually discussed. Not all instances of inequality is social stratification. It has to be patterned, but all social stratification is based on some kind of inequality. Then we have discussed about different steps which are involved here, like we have discussed about differentiation, we have discussed about ranking, we have discussed about evaluation, rewarding. These are the 4 steps that we have discussed under stratification. Now in this session we will be talking about the dimensions of stratification. So dimensions of stratification, like this you will get a question. You can expect a question like this, directly dimensions of stratification, or if the question is about simply stratification, you have to write about what all things that we have done so far, and you need to add this also. So if the question is simply about stratification, you have to incorporate this also in your answer, apart from the previous discussion. But if it is specific to dimensions of stratification, you need to write what all things that we are going to discuss now. Now, what are the dimensions? The stratification in society could be based on different aspects and different dimensions. So we are going to see each and every dimensions. So based on the different dimensions, different stratification system you can see. These are based on gender, these are based on age, these are based on ethnicity, these are based on estate system, or different stratification system you can see based on different dimensions. Okay, now stratification systems are generally understood in 2 types: open system and closed system. What is open system and what is closed system? You understand the types of social stratification system on the basis of the social mobility. If there is a chances, if there are avenues, or if there are more sources of mobility, then that system is considered as open system. So social stratification system is considered as, there are 2 divisions: open system or closed system. What do you mean by open system? Mobility is possible. That means you born as a poor person, you can become rich. You born as a rich person, you can become poor also. Okay, upward and downward mobility is possible. Upward movement and downward movement is possible. So this is mobility. Mobility is available here. Mobility is possible here. Avenues are available. That means by education, by marriage, by getting political power. So all these are different avenues of mobility. On the other hand, when we talk about a closed system, no avenues for mobility. You born as something and you end as something. There is no chance you can change. For example, caste system. You born as a Brahmin and you will end as a Brahmin. You born as a Kshatriya, you will end as a Kshatriya. You born as a Dalit, you will end as a Dalit. Okay, so that's what you mean by closed system. There is no chance that you can upgrade. You can get social mobility, upgrade or downgrade. Okay, there is no upgradation or downgradation is possible. No upward or downward mobility is possible in closed system, at least in theory. Practically, when we talk about caste system, there are some avenues of mobility is there in terms of hypergamy and hypogamy. A female, let's suppose Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. This is a hierarchy. A female Kshatriya can marry a Brahmin male. Okay, then she can change her caste status to Brahmin. So it all depends on the groom's caste, okay, the male caste. If a female Brahmin lady is marrying a male Kshatriya, then she will be down, there is a downward mobility for her. She will be having a Kshatriya status. So it depends on the male caste. So whose caste can be changed here? It is a female caste. So females have this avenue in the caste system to change the caste status. And if you are, Kshatriya women marrying a Brahmin man, it is hypergamy. You go into top. Upward mobility. On the other hand, a Brahmin woman marrying a Kshatriya, I've taken Brahmin and Kshatriya as example. It could happen anywhere between this hierarchy. It could be between Kshatriya and Shudra, etc. Okay, Brahmin woman marrying Kshatriya men, then it will be a downward mobility, hypogamy. So hypergamy and hypogamy, through that mobility is possible even in caste system. Then there is something called as Sanskritization. We will discuss about Sanskritization in detail when we discuss about our paper 2 under M. and Srinivas. A very important concept that could be asked in exam also directly, just like that Sanskritization they will ask. And in fact, to me, in interview also this question was asked, Sanskritization. Okay, so one sociologist will be there in your interview board, so you will expect a question, Sanskritization. Sociology question you can anyway expect. Okay, what is modernization of Indian tradition? What is Sanskritization? All these concepts can be asked in interview. Okay, so if you are studying sociology, obviously you can expect, and all these are very simple and easy also. So what is Sanskritization? For example, a Shudra from one region, he will migrate, he will move to some other place, and there he will claim that he is a Brahmin. Okay, nobody know him personally. These are happened before, not now. Because now people want to become Shudra and Dalit, right? Because of reservation and all. So now desanskritization is actually happening. Even the Brahmins want to become Shudras and Dalits for getting that reservation benefit in this competition. So Shudras will go to some other place and they will claim that they are Brahmins, and they will adopt the lifestyles of the Brahmins, like non-alcoholism, vegetarianism, etc. So these lifestyles will be adopted. So slowly they will be accepted as Brahmins in the society. If not them, the next generation will definitely be understood as Brahmins. And that process is what you call as Sanskritization. But that is not significant at this point of time nowadays, especially after independence and especially after the Mandal Commission report, when reservation started giving to OBCs. This phenomena is no more there. Nobody want to become a Brahmin now. People want to, even Brahmins also want to become Shudras and the SC/ST reservations they are trying. Okay, because of competition. So that concept is not much relevant, but still it's a core concept in sociology. So you can get question directly in interview also. You can get question, or desanskritization can be asked. Nowadays, after Mandal Commission, you can see a opposite phenomena, desanskritization. People try to come back, okay, to their original status, Shudras like Dalits, etc. Okay, those who Sanskritize, they want to come back to the earlier status. Okay, so open system, the typical example is class system. This is based on income, occupation, education. So you can move up, okay, like that. It could be upper class, lower class, middle class. So sometimes you can go back to you can go to the top and you can come down also. Business failure, you can come down. Business success, you can go up. That's what, open system. Okay, so open system and closed system. So two types of stratification: open system of stratification, closed system of stratification. But one thing that you need to know is there are no system which are purely open and purely closed. Theoretically, we can say class system is open and caste system is closed. But I've told you some avenues that even in caste system also there is a possibility that you can change, right? So theoretically these remains open, closed, but practically some differences will be there. For example, none of the class system is purely open. Why? Let's suppose you are born for a lower class person. So your father is very lower class, he don't have much income. Okay, then can you get access to good education, good healthcare, etc.? So will it be very difficult for you to go to the top? You can go to the top. I'm not saying you will not go to the top, but it will be very difficult. Unlike the case of an upper class person whose son, let's suppose you are competing with this person and his son. So who is having more chances to become get better education and better healthcare facility and better position? This person, obviously. That advantage will be there. So theoretically we can say class system is open to all, but practically there are hindrances. There are some practical hindrances even in class system also. Similarly, caste system, theoretically we say it is closed and you cannot change, but practically there are avenues. And what are they? Hypergamy, hypogamy for females, and Sanskritization in general. Okay, so Okay, so I hope you understood this. So open system, closed system. Open system, social mobility is possible. Avenues are available. Closed system, social mobility is not possible. Avenues are not available. But what I want to tell you is, even though I'm giving examples like class in open system and caste in closed system, but still I'm saying that none of the systems are purely open or closed. Theoretically, they may be open, but there are some practical hindrances. Theoretically, they may be closed, but there may be avenues present. Okay, like what we have discussed in case of class and caste. Okay, so I hope you understood. Now I'll move to the PDF and I'll explain this. Okay, so let's discuss about this dimensions of social stratification. It is always argued that every society is based on some patterns of social stratification. Yes, on the basis of different criteria. Okay, on the basis of different criteria, different types of stratification system can be identified. These types also can be understood in the form of most commonly understood dimensions, on the basis of which the social inequalities are identified. Every type of social stratification is based on some dimension. It could be age, it could be gender, it could be ethnicity, it could be any dimension. Okay, in every society more than one stratification system exists, right? See, between us, or if let's suppose 10 students are attending this class, okay, 10 students are listening to me, and if we consider among these 10 students only, don't you think there will be an age difference? Like you may be able to classify like 22 to 25, 25 to 30 and 30 above. Yes, so there is an age based stratification among ourselves, among this little group that we have. Okay, then do you think there will be a difference between caste among all? So there is a possibility that we can differentiate on the basis of caste, and obviously class level, some may be lower class, some may be upper class, and some may be middle class also. Okay, so at this level itself you have seen this much stratification. So what I want to tell you is, in every society different types of stratification exist on the basis of different dimensions, and that means a multi-dimensional pattern exists in terms of stratification. Okay, so here you can see in every society more than one stratification system exists, which implies existence of multi-dimensional pattern of inequality. I have underlined everything which is important, you just need to follow that only. Okay, on the basis of avenues of social mobility, two types of stratifications are identified. What are they? Open system and closed system. Open system, example, income system, basically class system. Okay, here it is caste system. Now what is written here? There are no stratification system which are perfectly open and perfectly closed, and nothing is perfectly, you can say, in case of social science. Okay, a gap exists between what is normatively acceptable and what is a structural reality. Normatively acceptable means what is expected. Like for example, what is expected in caste system? What is expected is Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. There is no possibility of change. But what is structural reality? Hypergamy and hypogamy, which is happening a lot. Right? For example, Indian marriage laws are actually not accepting this hypergamy and hypogamy. What is a typical or Hindu marriage law? Let's suppose this is Brahmins and this is Kshatriyas, right? So you need to marry within. Okay, within Brahmins you can marry, within Kshatriyas you can marry. This is not allowed. This is called as exogamy. So caste exogamy is not permitted. What is permitted? Caste endogamy. Caste endogamy is permitted. And within caste, if you see, there will be different groups, gotras, clans you say, or subcaste. Now what is the rule with respect to clans? See, clans are understood to be blood relatives. So it is not permitted that you marry among the clans. So what you need to do is, you need to marry within the caste, but not within the clan. You have to marry between clans. Okay, so interclan, that means clan exogamy is permitted. Clan endogamy, that means within clan is not permitted. So I'm saying here, what is permitted? Clan exogamy and caste endogamy. What do you mean by this? Caste endogamy means marry within caste. Clan exogamy means obviously you need to marry within caste but outside clan. Why? Clan members are related by blood. They are the descendants of a common ancestor. So it is believed that they are having the common ancestor, so they are having the common, there is a blood relation, and it is not desirable to marry between the relatives. So marry from outside your gotra or clan. And when we talk about Kha Panchayat and honor killing, etc., it is not actually between caste marriage. It is related to clan. So honor killing, why that name is there? Because that killing is done to honor the that community. Okay, because to save or protect the honor of the community. So that's why honor killing, and it is declared illegal, and a lot of issues you can see even now also. We are not getting into that. We will discuss that in paper 2 in detail. I'll cover that, and that can be your essay also, that can be your interview question also. As a sociologist, you are expected to know all those things in detail. Okay, so this is something which is outside the discussion. Okay. So here, which is example is written, class system is considered to be normatively open. It is supposed to be open, but in reality there are structural hindrances in the movement of person from one strata to other. Yes, okay. Caste system is considered to be theoretically closed, but in reality some avenues of social mobility is always present. Okay, like hypergamy and hypogamy that I have discussed. Now we will see different types of stratification. Okay, so first one, age set system. First system, age set system. We'll have to write like this: age based stratification, age set system. What is the dimension there? Age is the dimension. What you can do is you can write this in paragraph in your exam. Here I have just written like this, okay, bullet points, so that it will be easy for me and you also. What are the different stratas? Old, young, etc. Closed system. Why it is closed system? See, let's suppose we divide, okay, up to 20, then 20 to 40, then 40 plus. So why I am saying this is closed is because, see, you need to say, let's suppose I belong to this group now. Okay, now if I am saying it is closed means I will ever and any time should be remaining here. But is that the possibility? If I am not dying, I will definitely move to this group at one point of time. So can we say it is closed? If that is the case, we cannot say it is closed, because movement is possible from this group to that group. But at this point, if we are talking about at this point means at this time it is actually closed. I cannot be part of any of this. If I belong to this group, I can only belong to this group. At this point, it is actually a stock concept. If you remember in economy, we have discussed about stock and flow concept. Stock concept means at this point, right? At this point of time, what is the pocket money? How much money is there in your pocket? Okay, that is stock concept. How much goods are there in the godown? All these are on the point, at that time. Stock concept. Flow concept means what is GDP? That means over a period of time. What is income? That is over a period of time. Okay, so here also we are talking about at this point. At this point it is definitely closed. But otherwise, if you see, I may go to the next level. But why again it is said as closed is because, do you think you can ever come like this? You are in this group now. Can you ever come to this group? No, that is never possible. But when we talked about open system, upward and downward was possible mobility. Here only one-sided mobility is possible. But that too, if considering a period long time, okay, at this point that will also not happen. So it is better to understand as closed. And there are debates and discussions are there with respect to this particular point. You don't want to get into that, as understand it as closed. Okay, because at this point also it is closed and there is no movement, backward movement is never possible. So it is better and it is safe to say it is closed. Okay, second, slave system. Ownership is the dimension here. Masters and slaves are the different class. And theoretically open system. Theoretically open system, practically if the slaves get the ownership, they can be the masters. Okay, but there are structural hindrances obviously. Estate system, the dimension is ownership of the land. So different stratas are landlords, clergy, they are the priest, serfs to produce, right? Okay, so medieval Europe time. Then these are theoretically open. Why theoretically open? Because you can get access to the land, or you get the ownership of the land, you can become landlord, simple. Okay, class system, dimension is income. Okay, occupation, education, etc. What are the stratas? Upper class, middle class, lower class. For example, if you take middle class, further you can divide upper middle class, middle class and lower middle class, right? So this middle class itself you divided upper, middle, lower. And again, if you take something, this middle class from here, so middle class is you have taken in that upper middle class, middle class, lower middle class, like that you can divide. So we don't want further you can divide. Okay, so we don't want to go to that level. That is too much abstract. Okay, let's understand this only. So what is this? A structural property of industrial society. Class is actually emerged after the industrial society. So it is actually a structural property of industrial society based on income, based on occupation, and based on education, etc. This is after industrial society. Caste system, as we have discussed, what is the dimension? Ritual occupation. Stratas, Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra and Dalits. It's a closed system. Okay. Now, racial stratification. What is the dimension? Race and biological characteristics like hair, etc., color. Then strata, different races. Closed system because you can't change. Okay, presently declared illegal. Ethnic stratification, culture. Okay, and it is a closed system. Then gender stratification, dimension is gender. It's a closed system normally. Okay. Then you need to add thinkers also to substantiate this answer. To complete this answer, we'll be studying about different thinkers in the coming session. In the chapter of thinkers we'll study, in the chapter of stratification also we'll see a lot of thinkers. Okay, so I hope you understood what all things that we have discussed, and there is no need to have any doubt. If you have any doubt, you can get in touch with me here. That's my Instagram ID. You can join the Telegram channel. You'll get all my videos over there. Apart from that, if you have any doubt, you can directly get in touch with me. 9790-892-697. This is my number. You can write your answers to me, and you can write the test series with me. You can attend my regular classes, online classes. All these classes are available. Okay, so I hope to see you guys. Thank you. So that's about the session. I hope you understood everything that we have discussed today. If you have any doubt in any of the videos that we have discussed so far, you can get in touch with me here. That's my Instagram ID. Okay, or you can join the Telegram channel. You will get all my videos over there. Everything is there. Or you can see here, this is the Telegram channel, or this is the Instagram ID. These two are my Facebook page. You can get in touch with me in any of this. If you want to learn economy with me or history with me or general studies, any subjects, you can, if you need regular classes, you can get in touch with me, or the online classes are available with StudyIQ. You will get all those classes. Still, you will get my YouTube videos in this Telegram channel. Okay. So I hope you understood everything that we have discussed. So see you guys. Thank you.